Good morning, everyone. This is Peggy from the Pearl Forest, and I'm back today to work on our sweet little mini journal made out of playing cards, and it's an accordion fold one. Most, if not all, of my papers come from Rach Bala Crafts, Forest Threads, journal pages, background kit, and I also have the ephemera kit. So that's where most of it came from. This is how it looks so far. Ignore the little post-it notes, which will help us to know what we're doing. This is my little triple ribbon end yarn tie that I've made. I wish I'd done it a little differently. It's really offset, and so I'm kind of tying it over here now at this side, which works okay. So I've finished collaging the pages, and I've added little bits of things to them. Remember how we put the washi tape on the spines. Now, to keep track of what I wanted to go certain places, because I have certain things in mind, I've put post-it notes on it. So I've made a little pocket here, and this is a little journal card that I made to go in there. So we have this side all collaged, our accordion fold book, and I've also collaged this side for all the pages, and I've also made a little collage on the back. I might add to these things, but then I was going to use a butterfly on the back, but it turned out to be too big. But I do have a little pocket here, which I'm going to insert Rach Bala and the forest threads so that I won't know where my paper came from in the future. So this accordion fold book works like this. You look down one side, you get to the other side, and you go down there. Okay, so I've put notes on here what kind of things that I wanted. I found these 3x5 cards in my stuff with these stickers in the middle. They must have been a children's activity that I was doing. They had various pictures on them. Some had flowers. So what I've done is I figured out how big I wanted my pocket. So I cut off 1.5 inches and then put it back in the cutter and cut off 1.5 inches. And then I ended up with like this, which I can use for a little journal card. Then I took this piece, the 1.5 inches, and then I cut it down to the size I needed there, which left me these little pieces, which I put off to the side, whoops, to use later for part of clusters or something. So I've made up my pockets. I chose the little birds for the most part, and other things like that I thought would make cute pockets. I do think I've made too many because I wasn't sure exactly how many I would need. So I figured out what would fit on my page. And I might want to put some words on here. I know in here I have some scraps and little fussy cut images and some translucent sticker dots that we might add for some more decorations on them. I've also made these side tuck pockets. I was trying to make them half and half, but I kept getting mixed up as to which side to glue them on, so I've ended up with a lot more in this direction, but it turns out I have too many anyway. And then these are side tuck / belly bands that I've also collaged over. Otherwise they're the green cards. So those are what we have to work with that. This is for decorating, so we'll set it aside for right now. So this one needs a pocket, so that's one of these. So let's see, we'll just take all these notes off and see, and this one needs a side tuck. So what would we like to see on here? That's kind of nice. Maybe this bird here, that could work. Although I kind of like this butterfly with these flowers, so I'm gonna go with that one. I was gonna put a little hole punch up here, but I couldn't put my hands on one small enough. Now when I glue these pockets and tucks and other things on, I want to be really careful to get the minimal glue coverage around the edges so that I have more room for my tucks and stuff. Okay, I'm going to go up a little bit below the bottom to let that show and kind of center it on the card. Hold it a little bit. Okay, and then we'll put on our side tuck. Could also be a belly band, but we're doing a side tuck here. Hopefully there's enough to securely put this in. They're not very wide. Normally a side tuck would probably be a little wider, but since I'm using the belly bands for side tucks. Now most pages have 2 or more pieces of paper on them as a collage. Occasionally I might have just done one. This looks like it's sticking out just a tad. Nope, it's okay. Okay, so there's that side tuck. Now I have tags over here that I've made, but we'll put those in later. Let's get this dry. And these out of the way. Okay, so now this one is a pocket and an angled pocket. So pocket, angled pocket. Normally I'd like the angle to go into the middle so nothing is falling out. This one coordinates, but maybe we would like something that contrasts. And a pocket over here. Well, let's see. This one kind of coordinates with that over there, so I'm gonna go with this one. And as we go along, hopefully it'll work out in the end. But like I say, I have a few extras, so it should. We'll just make it work. They're all from the same paper pack, so they should all coordinate. Okay, there's a pocket, and then this is a side tuck pocket, so I'm only going to go on these 2 sides. We can put something a little wider than we could if this was just skinny. But I'm going to go up about the same, but fairly close over to this side. And you'll see we have varying amounts of our washi tape showing. This one, most of them are one solid piece like this, but this one, my piece here only came over so far, so I cut off this little letter part. And that's a little hint if you're making these from a digital. Sometimes the front page of the digital will be like this with a title, and then it'll have kind of a collage they've made of their stuff so you can kind of overall see it, which is nice if you're trying to organize your stuff and you want to know which papers, digitals go with which kit. but also you can cut them apart and they're smaller because they're just little sample pieces. And so that worked out really well to have sample ones, smaller ones to make things. Now this says page, so something's going to be glued on the page, so I'm going to leave that for right now. And then this one says pocket, so this will be mostly white. Let's see, this is kind of a light colored one. Let's go with this. I drew on the back trying to figure out how big I could put something in here. And as you see, I'm really not even taking up quite as much room as I put on as the pencil, so my journal cards and tags should fit fine. I think this is a fun little journal, just being made out of playing cards. And you might think, well, this is just too small to do anything with, but it's not really. You could even make an art journal by putting pages in that are, you know, you can then paint on and stuff. This is another page one, and this is a pocket. I have the bird here looking over to the pocket. Then you could come in here and you could paint and stamp and glue and layer and all the stuff you want to do in an art journal. I was limited, remember, as how many pages I had based on the amount of washi tape that I had to hook the pages together on the edges. But you could also do a sturdy enough paper or fabric. Okay, we're leaving the page label for the moment, and that's another page one. This one is going to be a belly band. So we like this, this, or this. I think I kind of like this one. Does it go? Goes this way. I definitely would like to make additional ones of these in the future. I really liked them, and mine tend to be complicated in what I'm putting in there, but if you were just making a little general decorated one, they really wouldn't take that long. My brain had to figure out, you know, all the other pieces and stuff. Okay, so we're at the back. Now we're over on this side. So this is an up tuck top pocket, and then this is a side tuck. So a side tuck is one of these belly bands on the side. The up tuck top pocket was my way of labeling it, but it's, well, this looks nice with that one. It's going to be at the top, and then the things are going to be stuck in that way. Sorry for my gravelly voice. That may be due to the fact that I did not get a lot of sleep last night. Got up really early and haven't woke my voice up probably, nor drank anything yet. There. I worried that these would have to be something that didn't matter if they were upside down, but then I realized they don't have to worry about that. You just put it the right side up, but you just move it up there. Okay, this one, let's see, the tree, don't think it really matters. Now this is a side tuck, correct? Yes. So we want to go all along here. Now I did know this so that when I put stuff on, I knew whether they were going to be covered up or not. My voice is not good. Sorry about that. So I knew you'd see a little bit peeking out, and you'd see some at the tops and the bottoms. Okay. Now this is a page, and this is an angled pocket. So We only really have one more going this direction. That one really blends in. I know that some of them need to go this way, so let's just use that one because this flower growing over there looks fine. So we're gonna glue down here. If you're making your pockets as you go along, then you can make them for what you need. But if you're making a bunch of these, you might just cut a bunch ahead of time. So for this playing card, these pockets are 1.5 inches by 2 inches. And then these are 2 inches along here and 1.5 inches, but then I went up this side 5/8, I think. No, well, it's less than 1 inch, or about 1 inch. And up this side it was 2 inches, so then I just cut them that way. I think what I did is I took the long strip, this long strip, and I measured up 1 inch on each side like this, and then I drew a line and cut on it. So I got 2 of these, but they're going the same direction. But you know, you can glue the pretty stuff on whichever side you want. Like here's the lined side and here's the not lined side, so that is an option. Okay, this is a pocket and a pocket. What would we like together here? We could do these two. I think we'll do those two. It's nice to have some variety. When I did the front and the back cover, I didn't want to do them on this cardstock index cards because I didn't want anything on the outside that stood out much at all to be caught on something. So I just used the bond paper that I printed on to make the pockets. I kind of doubled up the bird a little bit at the edge by putting another piece of collage paper under where the edge is. I'll show you in just a minute. Okay. So here I put this piece of paper. It went down and around here, but I put it there so that it gave this a double thickness. It's only single here, but this is double. And then I had other paper underneath it, and then I added this embroidered tree. Okay, then we have an angled pocket and a pocket. So here's our angled pockets to choose from. I kind of just really like these ones that stand out more than these. But we could also do the bird in the plants, and this one picks up the orange from over there, so let's do that. Okay. Put on our angled pocket. Once again, it's a tuck and it's opening to the middle, so things will fall in and be caught. Okay. And we're back to the front. So these are all extras, but they can go on a tag or something else at a later date. So let's see what we can do to add some extra decoration. I grabbed these washies, these stickers. This is a big piece of paper, scrap that's still left. Do our glue here. I have another little piece if I use it. This is where it came from, but so far it's not in there. Okay. Let's see what we have. We'll just dump it all out. Okay, so we have paper scraps. I'm going to cut out my pockets. Okay, here's a pine cone. Here's some birds. Here's some fussy cut, or torn actually, plants. It's a little square. These are some general pieces. That's cut like a pocket. Scraps of paper. Thought maybe something like that might be useful. This might be pretty on something. Here's a little flower. Torn paper. Here's some more of these birds. This is the Rach and Bella thing to put in there. This is the little ticket with the lady that I might put in. So straighten that out. This is a free printable from hitherandjonstudio.com, and they're little tickets. And there's men and women in their old Victorian style, which I may put in or not. And here's some scraps. Here's a little flower and a little flower. This little thing. Here's a tree and another tree. Here's a plant and a little decorative piece. And a leaf. And some more scraps. Some little tiny butterflies. Oops. So, I also thought we could take these flowers off, or a little sprig of something. And here's like a little flower we could take, or even like those. So let's see what we might like to add to these for a little more dimension. So this is one piece of paper, but you know, it looks like it's a line there. So it looks like it'd be nice if there's something that went across, maybe something like that, or a leaf. It's kind of weird that the butterfly is cut off there, so maybe to distract from it, I could just put a leaf on there. That's not bad. Could put a tree on here. Let's do the leaf, because it kind of bothers me that butterfly is just kind of whacked in half. So we'll start with this, and we'll kind of look around and see where else we might like something. This isn't bad the way it is. Could put this across here. could put a flower down there that kind of ties with over there. I think we'll do that. Maybe I should have inked this, especially white torn edge. Okay, put this down, and we're gonna just overlap from the page to the pocket because it's glued on the edge anyway, so it doesn't interfere. Put this one on this tuck pocket. And that ties into this page up there. And personalize it so it's a little different. That's going to have a page on it. What would we like here? Maybe, and then with the page we may only see the edge because there'll be something on there. We could put a butterfly, which would tie in some with that. We could put a tree. Kind of like that. Let's go with the tree. And we'll ink these edges. And when you make one of these, you can always come back and add more things. You know, even after you're using it, maybe you come across something that's the perfect thing that you'd like to add. Okay. I kind of like this bird fine for now. Okay, this is a belly band. Could put a potted plant. Problem is these plants kind of blend in. Could put a flower on here. Doesn't really need that there though. No. I like the plants, but they're just so pale. Well, let's come back to that one. Okay, now we're on the back, and we may add something on here too. If we don't use this somewhere else, I may put that on there. Oh, if we have these dots too, I need to remember that. This one I think is pretty nice by itself. This one could use a little something. And I think with all the blue, I'm gonna go with the butterfly on there. Okay. Well, it kind of blends into the green thing. I did ink. Okay, this is a page. Now we have this tuck that way. This. We have this stitching, which I was kind of thinking we could put by itself. Kind of ties in these darker elements. I think I'm going to go with that. Let's see. Ink this edge. Okay. Hope you're having a good day and that you're getting more sleep than I am. Got a big work day ahead of me, so hoping I can get through it at least into the afternoon where I can take a nap. Okay, this is gonna look really pretty across from those. And then we could put, whoops, this on here. I think I'm gonna do that. Okay. We can always harvest some more things if we need to. Oops. I kind of like going off the pocket to kind of tie it in a bit. Let's see. I think there's still enough ink on my dauber here. Okay. Forgot to look at what time it was. Hopefully I have enough time to stick my tags and journal cards in. Okay, now we have these two. This says to me it needs something. We have these big embroideries. It could fit there, but we could also put that there. We could put a tree, but that just kind of looks like it's just kind of stuck. I think I'm going to go with that. And refresh my ink here because I need this to stand out. These potted plants, I think, are the only thing else besides the lady that are not part of the Forest Threads kit, but they are also Rach and Bella. They're the Garden Story, I believe it's called. I just thought a little potted plants would be nice with our forest stuff. Okay, this down here does stick up a little bit above the top of our pocket. We just want to make sure we don't glue that down. Wipe off any glue. Okay, that looks nice when it's outlined. And maybe a little something here. Or maybe this scrap just kind of going across. I think that would be nice. It needs a little something darker to offset the opposite page. And this distress ink will kind of bring in some of the other browns too. Okay. So sometimes you can just decorate with a little piece of scrap. Okay, now this is a side tuck though, so I want this to be down here as much as possible. So I'm not interfering with this side. Hopefully that won't be. Might be. Maybe give it a little poof so it doesn't stick right there. And let's see. Maybe take some of the glue out of in there. There, so I can put it in there. Alrighty. Now, let's see. Now we're at the front. We have the tree. I don't think I want to add anything more to the front. Do we want to add anything more to the back? We could put another little tree down here. That would be good. So, let's see. I think we're about ready to put in our journal cards. Okay, so we have a pine cone, some flowers, and a tree. Okay, and we do have a few things that go on the pages. So let me get my list out, pick up our scraps, oops, and extra pieces. Haven't decided. We didn't use any of the circles, did we? Oh well, another time. So put those up there. I didn't use the washi tape either. We'll find somewhere to put her. I know where she could go. I know the perfect place for her. Oops. Excuse me while I put this stuff back up. Where was my little scrap that said Rach and Bella? Where are you, Rach and Bella? Here you are. This will be my Rach and Bella tag. And I can write on there later, forest friends, so I'm going to stick it up near the top. Like that. Forest threads. Let's write that on there. Forest threads. Okay. I have to sign my name on here somewhere too. Okay, and that is going to go in here. Is it too narrow? Pocket too narrow. That's too big. Well, now she went. Okay, so she can ride back here in the back. All right, let's see where we're going to put this other stuff. Okay, this pocket. Let's see. It has this journal card and this journal card, which I made tags. And I may go back and add little decorations on those. Now this side tuck has this one and this one. So we have this journal card and this tag. And this pocket, oh, it also has this one. So this big one here. Okay. And then this pocket has this one and this one. I think what we need to do is have something to make sure our pockets are working. So I think I'm going to go back and add something pretty on the top of these tags. Sometimes you just have to make sure the glue lets you in. And these are just bond, so they're not as strong. And these two go in this one. And this is a page, which is this one. So we'll take this off. I've already distressed all of these and rounded the corners on the big ones, so I think most everything is just ready to go in. Okay, so we'll just center this. I wanted to have a little variety, so some of them I just thought I would just actually stick on the page. Okay, then this, whoops. Let's see, this one and this one go in this pocket. And then we have and then these three all go in this pocket. Okay, it says we have a page, which is this one. Page, so we'll glue it on. And once again, you can put whatever you'd like in your little playing card journal. I think it'd be fun to just have a place to record something or put some pressed flowers when you're out and about. These are some scriptures I wanted to take with me. Okay, so this is also a page, smaller, so we'll get to see more of the background. Okay, put this on here. And then this is a belly band. This ended up a lot smaller. That's a belly band. And then this is supposed to go maybe on the belly band. Originally it was going to go on a pocket. Just snip it down and ink the edges and glue it onto our belly band. Like that. Okay, then we come to the back and we roll ourselves over, and now we have the up tuck. We have this one and this one and this one, so need to make sure we can get in here. So these will go in here. This one has to get way up there, so you can have a variety like that. Now we have a side tuck. So wasn't quite sure what I was doing with this one. I think I might have been putting that on the page. So these were going to go in here. And sometimes you have to adjust on the fly. Somebody is making breakfast and it smells delicious. Okay, I don't really want to cover up this belly band, so I'm actually going to glue this onto the page under here. Which might be not showing as much, but it's back there. Okay, so then we have that was that one. Now we have a page. These are scraps. So that's this one. See, this is why I had to put a lot of thought into them, because the scripture went on to more than one page and they had to be in the correct order. And I had to type them small enough to go in this little book. Okay, now we have this laying down side tuck pocket. Make sure we can get in there. Seems like it doesn't go down quite as good. There. Okay, so this that's that one. Now we have this one. So we have this one and this one. Go in here. We have this pocket and this pocket. Let's see. This one just has one tag. Actually, it has two tags. Could have been labeled on the pocket, but our pockets are just too pretty to cover things up. Okay, now this pocket, we have this tag, and this tag. Let's put the back one down. Okay, now we have pocket. Let's see. Okay, we have this one, and then this pocket. We have these two. And then we have, then we have two more. I'm missing, I'm short a page. That's not good. So I have these three things that I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm getting them in there. But let's just look at what we have. I'll solve that mystery later. I think I'll just stick this in here. So here's our cover and our pages. Let me bring them up closer so you can see them. There's our cover. It's got a couple tags inside. Our next two pages. Just let you kind of see them as they look here. So we have a variety of tags and journal cards and belly bands and glued on the pages. Here's the back with our little tag that tells us where we got our digital kit from. We go back to the second half of the book. This is an up tuck, side, a laying down angled tuck pocket, 2 pockets here, tuck and a pocket here, and then we're back to the cover, although we have 2 things we need to find a home for. So I'm wondering we can move these over there, and whether these will fit in this pocket. Not as a pocket, but if it was a tuck, I wonder if I can turn it into a tuck. Get a little piece of glue off there. Improvise here and make it a tuck. And make sure it can get all the way over. And there we go. We put the last of our stuff in by just moving this over there and putting these in. Okay, so here's our sweet little journal. Let's tie it back up and tie it over here by the spine. And there you go. Thanks for joining me. It's Peggy at the Pearl Forest, and hope this wasn't too long. Thank you.